let us embark on the road to Hermitcraft. Hello everybody, I'm Battery, and welcome back to Minecraft. In the interim, I have gone and done some mining, and I got a good few resources, and I even found an amethyst geode, which is pretty cool. And I've also found a lot of the other stone types down in the mines, so we're gonna have access to a lot of blocks pretty easily, actually. So I'm all stocked up and ready to go, but there is one thing that I would like to do in this episode, and that is to go and find a village, which, theoretically shouldn't be very hard. But, yeah, I don't really know of, which direction I should go in. So, yeah. But, the reason I want to find a village is so that I can start my little farm over here. But first, before I embark on this journey to go find a village, I've got a couple of things that I need to get in order, which the biggest one being food. I have no food left. My idea is I'm gonna go back and get some wool for a bed, so that, if I am out adventuring in the night, I'm not at risk of dying out somewhere random. And it'll give me mutton chops, which... wait, no, not mutton chops. Or is it mutton? Am I losing my mind? Is sheep meat called mutton in this game? I don't know. I'm apparently losing it. I don't know what anything is anymore. Gray sheep, a couple of white. Okay, it is called mutton. I'm not going crazy. I don't know why mutton chop just sounded super wrong in my head, but that's because, it's like a hairstyle as well. More sheep. Oh, I got its head. Nice. That's an interesting little, data pack that's been added to this. There's a mob head for basically every mob. So if you kill enough of any given mob, you'll eventually get its head, which is pretty cool. Although I'm sure I'm gonna kick myself later for killing all of these mobs when I want to make a farm out of them. But I think 9 steaks and 11 mutton chops should be enough. Hopefully. I hope it's not going to take that long to find a village, but you never know. I've spent longer looking for a village before, I'm pretty sure. So the big reason I want to find a village is because I've decided to do something that I might regret later. And I'll give you the full details once we find it, but yeah, there's something that I gotta find that I'm going to kind of, I guess, add a little bit of challenge, if that makes sense. Does anybody remember when this was literally the fastest you could swim? 'Cause, like, man, it feels like it was ages ago, but also I remember it so distinctly, just because it was so annoying to cross even the smallest of rivers, because you moved at the speed of molasses. The leather looks darker. Is that a new texture, or is that just because of the, like, mob change, or the vanilla tweaks stuff? Because, like, it definitely used to be more orange. I wonder, hold on. How does, oh man. My little chin, I think, is poking out. Yeah, you can kind of see, I think, the screen part of my face poking out the sides. Let's see, what's the cinematic cameras button again? Oh god. Was it? Yeah, it was X. No? No, I guess not. I don't know what that part is, then. Actually, let me make a boat. Duh. There's a bunch of water around me, so... boat. And... let us set sail onto the high seas. Although I don't know if I can get to the ocean from here. But we're going out on the high seas, boys. Well, seems like the first village is a bust. I didn't find what I needed. It's time to get back out on the high seas, boys. I don't know why I keep saying boys. I'm the only one here. But I guess you guys are watching, so... you're me crew for this mission. I don't know where it is. It doesn't want to be found. So, you know what? Just leave those for now. We're getting back to our original plan. got any of what I'm looking for. So far, that's looking like a no. Oh! Yes, there we go. Okay, we got we got a singular one so far. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Well, we've got 3, so that's a start. You are the worst librarian in the universe. 38 emeralds for Curse of Vanishing? What is wrong with you? So, the whole reason that I wanted beetroots in the first place is so that I can make a big old beetroot farm, and I've decided that I want to I guess make eating food more interesting. And so with the crops that I've gathered, minus these carrots and potatoes, I am going to make a farm of the worst foods that nobody ever eats. So things like beetroot stew and melons and cookies. Nobody ever makes cookies because, and probably for good reason, because they suck. I'm pretty sure each of these foods only gives you a food point, one whole chicken nugget. The melons, I think, only give, oh no, they give a full one, but still, you have to eat so many of them, and they also give no saturation, so you're constantly eating. I think the only exception to this is the beetroot stew, but that one has the drawback of each one needing its own inventory slot, because each beetroot stew goes in a bowl. And so A, your inventory is full of stew, and B, you have to make a bunch of bowls that you're not going to use for anything else. So I figured, I like to, I guess, challenge myself. And so this is a challenge that I am going to place upon myself for this whole series. I'm only going to eat, once I get back home and get this farm started up, I'm only going to eat beetroot stew, cookies, and melons. I feel like as soon as I get rid of all my other food, though, I'm going to severely regret this decision that I've made. Wow, that is a cool cave. It's even got some, light in there from the glow lichen. That's really cool. And it's got a little waterfall. 2 waterfalls. Man, I should have lived there. Anyways, okay. I'm just gonna skip ahead until I get back home. Oh, there it is. Home, sweet home. Can't believe I had to travel 7,000 blocks just to get some freaking beetroot seeds. But we've got it now, and that's all that matters. So, let's get to cracking on this farm we got. To here. Plant our beetroots over here. Honestly, I kind of just like the look of the single fence posts. Gives it just like a, I don't know, it's not like completely sectioned off or anything. It's just like marking where the farm is, if that makes sense. I feel like it's a aesthetic way of doing things. See, I'll add a little section of our path going through here, and just sort of spruce up the farm a little bit, make it seem more farm-like, I guess. I did also manage to find some moss blocks, which is pretty cool. So I think I'll try texturing in a little bit of moss into this. That way we've got a nice, like, natural-looking path. So this little base is kind of just going to be an iterative process because, you know, as I go out and explore and find new blocks, like the moss blocks and stuff like that, or go mining and get some more resources or whatever, you know, I can spruce up the place more, make it look even better than it currently does. Take all these leaves off of this tree and use them to make our own trees. Who needs nature? I'll make my own goddamn trees. I really need to get access to some, like, mud or something, because the mud allows us to make those mud bricks, which would act as a nice half slab for these. At some point, I would like to make either a little dock or a bridge that crosses over in perhaps a couple directions, but probably just that direction, because this side's being taken up by the farm, and this side's also going to be taken by a farm, so yeah, I think, yeah, eventually I do want to make a bridge going over that way. That looks like a tree to me. There we go. Those look pretty good. It kind of looks like they're growing together. But I think those are pretty serviceable little jungle trees, and we'll just pop some cocoa beans on there and call it a day for that. Now, the only other one that I am thinking about adding is the sweet berries. And that's because not only are sweet berries another terrible, awful food that nobody ever eats, but they also have the added benefit of being absolutely, like, ridiculously annoying, because the bushes, like, hurt you if you walk over them. My only issue is I thought about putting them over with the jungle trees, but there's not a whole lot of space, and also the sweet berries grow next to, like, in the, like, taiga biome next to spruce trees, so I'm afraid it might look a little weird if I make them grow over here next to the jungle trees. I'll clear out a little section back here, plant some spruce trees back here, and get the sweet gems, or I don't know why I keep calling them sweet gem berries. That's from Stardew Valley. These are just sweet berries. There's no gem. In fact, they're quite useless. So, quite the opposite of a gem. Now that we've got this area cleared out, I think I have some. Yeah, I got some spruce saplings. So I'm going to plant some normal ones, like, kind of further out. And then I'm gonna make some mini ones closer to the sweet berries. I was about to just call them gem berries that time. Alright, well, I have all of the farms done now. Let's see, let me just pop out of my body real quick. Honestly, I think it all looks really good. Obviously, some of the farms are, not quite filled in yet, but that'll take some time. But I do really like how this whole island is, coming together. We've got a bunch of little farms, of our horrible, terrible crops that are going to probably drive me insane, especially these back here. But, yeah, I'm really happy with, how all of this turned out and how it all looks, next to my little hut. I think that's where I'm going to leave this episode. Next time, I'll probably start work on a bridge or maybe a dock of some sort, because the whole, well, it's an island, so it's surrounded by water, so maybe a dock would make more sense, just because a bridge only goes in one direction, but you can go anywhere from a dock. Yeah, that sounds good to me. So, I'll probably work on that next episode. In between episodes, I'll probably work on getting the farms all situated and full of crops, instead of just, like, a tiny little bit. If you enjoyed this episode of me making the, like, worst farms ever, well, good farms for bad foods is how I should phrase that. If you like this episode, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so that hopefully this series will eventually come to an end. And thank you so much for watching. I've been Battery, and I'll see you later.